Savage.
The results for the global One Piece popularity poll are out. We did a video on the midterm results. I told you who I was voting for, and I encouraged everybody to vote for characters that they wanted to see come back into the story. Because, you know, if you look back at older popularity polls, it's not hard to see the characters that made their way into the top 10, top 20, so on, they inched their way into better positions in the story in some respects. You know, one of those characters, in my opinion, being Law, who right after his introduction in Sabaody, where he really didn't do anything, based off of nearly design alone, cracked the top 10. Now, we had a situation like that this year with Yamato, right? Yamato nearly cracked the top 10. So is that going to, you know, put Yamato in a position where, you know, he's a much more prominent character, joins the crew, all of that? Who knows? I know everybody's talking about Carrot, number 8, right? Carrot in the midterm results was only around number 17 or so and all of that, and that's fair. That's fair. I think number 8 is way too high for Carrot. I still do not see Carrot joining, but with something like this, the impact of this, it's very possible that Oda writes something in for Carrot based off of her popularity alone. Because we know where she is right now. Eating grass.
Savage.
So let's talk about the characters that I was voting for. I was voting for Vivi every day, my favorite Straw Hat. Would have loved to have seen her crack the top 20, but instead she landed at place 21. For quite some time, she was in the top 20. Other votes and other things coming in pushed her down, and you know, Dofi took that 20 spot. I was also voting for Bellamy. Bellamy did not crack the top 100 like I wanted. He's sitting there at number 122, but that's still pretty good for a character that's you know, more universally hated than liked. Misunderstood, really. A misunderstood character. Mr. 3 also did not crack the top 100. He's sitting at number 143. Definitely deserves higher. I was also voting for Crocodile. Crocodile did make the top 20. My man is sitting at 17, so that's great. Let's get Crocodile back into the story, especially when the ancient weapons start to play a role, right? You know, we were throwing some votes in for Gin as well, so he landed at 84. He did crack the top 100. Let's get Gin back into the story. I know a lot of people want that, so that's fun. Of course, we threw in some votes for Tama. She did not crack the top 50. I was hoping after, you know, her feats in chapter 1004 that was going to push her, you know, over that spot, but she did land at 54, which is admirable. But, you know, for a future Straw Hat, she deserves to be higher up. Let's talk about some other things, you know, some other picks that people made that I thought were interesting, right? Frankie, 28, the lowest ranked Straw Hat, not including future Straw Hat members like Tama. Strange. I would have never thought that Frankie was the least like Straw Hat. You know, I probably would have figured that as maybe Brook, but then again, Brook has been having really great moments in the post-time skip era, so yeah. But even then, like, Frankie's also been killing it lately, so I don't know. It's very, very, very shocking, very surprising to see him that low. X Drake at 41, but even more importantly, in the, you know, the results can be broken up by, you know, continents and areas, and I can't remember, it was either in the Middle East or Africa. X Drake made the top 10. It's very interesting. You know, he wasn't in the top 10 anywhere else, but, you know, that pushed him all the way into the top 50. And I think that that's a deserving spot. Drake's great. I just like that Hiyori made the top 50, just made the top 50 at 49th place. Pedro at 61, admirable. You know, my guy sitting there in the top 100. My guy Paulie at place 69. You know, that's fun, you know? That's a dude that was almost a member of the crew, you know? he was in high contention to be the shipwright other than Frankie. So it's nice to see that people were voting for him. Now, of course, some of the more meme-worthy characters that ended up, cracking the top 100 and all of that are, of course, Whoop Slap. We talked about that in the midterm results and all of that. What's Whoop Slap going to contribute to the future of the story to crack the top 50? But then we have characters like Rockstar. Shanks is a rookie that showed up at Whitebeard's ship saying that Shanks wanted to talk to him. Whitebeard was like, if Shanks wants to talk to me, he can come, tell me that himself. I can only imagine people were trying to vote for Rocks, and ended up voting for Rockstar. Certainly not a meme, but, underneath Rockstar at place 67 was Dr. Herolook, goated character, my favorite flashback character. But the world's favorite flashback character, turns out, is Corazon at place 13. Managed to crack the top 10 in some continents. Continuing on with weird picks, Namor or Namule. This is the fishman that is on the Whitebeard pirates that essentially did nothing during the war. Managed to land at 71st place. Why? How many people like this character?
Savage.
Crab Hand Gyro. Okay, this is a dude that wasn't even... He was in one chapter, and he was, probably on one, maybe 2 pages. All right? This was a dude that was in Fishman Island that, they basically showed as the type of person that couldn't cut it, couldn't make it into the new world. He got stopped at Fishman Island. Okay. All right. And then clearly off of design alone, Spencer from the Roger Pirates. All right. Going back to more, interesting picks, other than, the usual suspects that you would expect from Big Mom Pirates, like Katakuri, Pudding, and Big Mom, we did get my guy Perospero, Mr. Pedorin. He landed at place 95, but strangely enough, even above him was Charlotte Montdor, who is actually another one of my favorite Big Mom Pirates. So it was good to see that other people like this guy as well. This was the book guy, the one that, kind of looks like he's wearing a Halloween outfit. Kyros nearly made the top 100, landed at 110. The best vice admiral that's not Garp, in my opinion, Momonga, he landed at 190. That's way too low, but still good to see him there anyway. I know a lot of people were talking about how low Jack is at 184 because people don't like Jack. But then if you really look at it, all of the commanders for Kaido, King, Queen, they were all in the somewhere in between 100 and 200. Not particularly liked. And even Kaido himself, strangely enough, Kaido was number 65. This is the main villain of the arc, almost the main villain of the saga. And honestly, I don't really care that much for Kaido either. I need his flashback before I'll necessarily care. There's been probably a bunch of videos done on this, but this is just, my reaction to it. I think that it's a fun thing that happens every couple of years. And it's interesting to see shakeups such as Nami being in 3rd place over Sanji. It's fun to see the Romance Dawn trio be the 1, 2, and 3 spots, even though, I'm a Sanji guy and I would like to see him, higher as well. I mean, realistically, what other show, what other series is able to do this? A series that has, 1,000 characters that you can rank in this way. Foxy landing at 132. Leo, one of Chrissy's favorites, 136. Marguerite someone who was in high contention to join the crew as well, as far as forums were concerned when Amazon Lily was weekly, right? Still well liked. 87th place. Wiper underneath. A lot of people wanted Wiper to join. Wasn't going to happen, but you know, this is the stuff that's you know, it's fun. It's fun to see this stuff. Another one of my favorites, Marco, number 19. Yeah. So if you want to see the rest of the results, just type it into Google, One Piece popularity poll. You'll see it all there. But I'm excited to see, you know, what the next one looks like, you know, once we're into the next arc and beyond. I don't know. I just love this stuff. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed me talking about some of my favorite picks and shakeups from this list. And if you like this content, you know, like, subscribe, YouTube stuff. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.